Here are 5 books that will 1. Make you fall in love with reading, 2. Leave you begging and waiting and wanting for more, and 3. Get you out of any reading slump, no matter how bad it is. Hi, my name is Kate and welcome to my YouTube account. I post all things book talk here, book vlogs, reviews, content like this, and also a bunch of other day in the lives and all kind of fun content. So make sure to subscribe for more. So today I wanted to talk about 5 of my favorite books, and I will be giving a disclaimer that 4 of these are series. I only, as you can probably tell, this is one series. And even though I only have 4 books featured here, this book, and this book are series. There's so many books in them, I really don't have any space to show all of them. Anyway, away from that fact, I also want to give a disclaimer that these are middle grade level books. However, before you click away from this video because you're like, middle grade level books are very childish, they're not fun, and I'm not going to like them, I want you to stop, because these books are middle grade level because they are very appropriate, and they're appropriate for the grade level of 11-year-olds, 12-year-olds, and even 10-year-olds, I would say. But that does not mean that they are very childish, because they're really not. Honestly, they have so much emotional things going on, and the plot is gripping. I cannot put these books down when I start reading them. So do not let the fact that these are middle grade level books and stop you from reading them, because these are so good. You're gonna love them. So let's get into them. First and foremost, I'm gonna start with the series that I think deserves everything, all of the love it has gotten. I genuinely adore this book, this series. It is so amazingly well written. It is so good. It's so gripping, and I love it so much. And I know y'all want to know what it is. It's Percy Jackson and the Olympians. I've read this series 2 times now, all of them. So there's 5 books in here. We have The Lightning Thief, Sea of Monsters, Titan's Curse, Battle of Labyrinth, and The Last Olympian. Amazing books. Each one of them is so good. I love it so much, and it's so amazing. I don't have any words to describe this. It's just the characters are so well written, and I feel like I have a connection to each one of these, and I feel like I know them on such a deep level. I was there when this happened. I did want to say that I read the series the first time when I was, I think, 10. Loved every single one of those books. And then I reread them this year, and I'm in 7th grade right now. And I definitely feel like the books felt different this time, but in a good way. I think that I just really understood the books and the emotional context and everything a lot more. But I will say that The Lightning Thief, this book definitely felt a little bit more on the childish side this time that I've read it, just because Percy Jackson, who's the main character in the story, as you can tell by the title, he is 12 in the book, which is younger than I am, so you can kind of see that. But I still enjoyed it very much, though I didn't have this problem with any other of the books. And so if you read The Lightning Thief and you're like, this is way too childish, please, I beg you, just read Sea of Monsters and Titan's Curse, because those books are so good, especially Titan's Curse. Titan's Curse is where I feel like everything gets so serious, so deep, and so good. Now we're gonna go to the second series, which is Heroes of Olympus. It is also by Rick Riordan. The Heroes of Olympus has Percy Jackson and most of the other characters from Percy Jackson in it as well. So it's kind of like a sequel to it. And it is just as well written, if not more. I honestly think that I love Heroes of Olympus more because the characters are older in here and there is a lot more of like, it is a lot more deep emotionally. We get more new characters and we get to learn them on the same level as Percy Jackson. I feel such an intimate connection with each one of these characters. I will say that this is definitely for like older readers. Percy Jackson is definitely more on like the 12-year-old, 13-year-old, and 14-year-old kind of side. And then Heroes of Olympus, like, I think, honestly, you could be 17 and you would really enjoy it because it's a lot more deep, it's a lot more older, and a lot of more things are at stake. Oh, and I totally forgot to mention, my grandpa literally read Percy Jackson and the Olympians, like, the whole series. I think he's about to finish book 5, and he loved it. Like, he read them. He probably read each book in like 2 or 3 days. So that just proves like this series is honestly for any grade level, any age level. So now that we've got the Rick Riordan series all over with, I am gonna share you my latest obsession. Meet Keeper of the Lost Cities. Okay, so I started this book series in March. Like, I read the first book in March. At the end of March. Like, March 22nd, to be exact. Right now, it is April 13th. And guess what book I am on? And no, it's not. I'm not on the 5th. I'm on the 7th, guys. The books are, just so you know, the first book is honestly really small compared to the other ones because the 7th one that I'm reading right now has 850 pages. About 850 pages. So, and I'm also about to finish it. It's so good. I think that this book has the most plot twists, and the best, like, plots, clues, connections in it. It's like, I can never know when the plot twist is coming, and I'm just like, the tiniest detail is what matters the most, which is crazy. And I actually, starting book 3, I've been tabbing the books because they're so good. So this is, they're so small, like book 3 is so small compared to book 7. The book 7 is like this big, I'm not lying. And I don't mind the fact that this is not tabbed. I just got my tabs. I just didn't have my tabs yet, but you can tell how well loved these are because they're amazing. I know the covers seem childish, but it is not a childish book. Like, the first book starts out when she's 12. She's 12. I'm not going to give any spoilers, but if you know, you know her age. Yeah, if you know, you know. I'm not going to spoil anything. And by the way, I have a reading vlog for book. I do have a reading vlog for book 1. So if you want to go watch it, make sure to do that. What I love about the series is that the next book starts off at almost the same point as the ending of the last book, which I think is so fun. Like, there's a maximum of like a month between them, if you know what I'm saying, between the timing of the ending of the last book and the timing of and the start of like the second book of the next book. I just feel like when I'm reading something, I'm reading like an emotional scene, or I'm just reading, I just feel like I'm feeling the exact same thing as Sophie Foster, who's the main character in the series. And it's like whenever something bad happens to her, I feel like it's happening to me. Like I feel like I'm fully in this world, and I feel like, and whenever she experiences something, I feel like that's happening to me. And honestly, this just, it's amazing. And also the 10th book, Elysian, is coming back, is coming in the summer of 2027, and I'm so excited. Next one should not be a surprisement, because my first video on this YouTube channel was about it. We have Amari. So Amari has 4 books in the series. It has Amari and the Night Brothers, Amari and the Great Game, Amari and the Despicable Wonders, and Amari and the Metalwork Menace, which came out February 2026. These books are just amazing. I love Amari. I just don't think I've read anything that is similar to it. I think, honestly, Keeper of the Lost Cities is the most similar you'll get, and there's still, honestly, it's completely different. I think it's, there's such a new aspect to it. Okay, and my light just turned off. My ring light, you're gonna have to deal with this lighting. Sorry. It's just like such a new point of view, such a new aspect of fantasy. If you haven't noticed, I love fantasy. 4 of these books are fantasy. 4 of these series are fantasy. What can I say? A girl can love fantasy. Don't even get me started on the cliffhanger at the end of book 4, people. B.B. Alston, you seriously got me hanging on the hook. I seriously need book 5. I need book 5. I'm not going to spoil anything, but the cliffhanger is just as bad as it was at the end of The Mark of Athena. If you know, you know. It is the 3rd book in Heroes of Olympus. If you've read it, you will know what I'm talking about. And imagine that bad of a cliffhanger. And by the way, by bad, I mean that it makes me it makes me go crazy and spiral about all the possibilities that come next. Honestly, just got to read it. This just feels so different, and I love it in every part of it. Lastly, but definitely not least, we have A Night Divided. So A Night Divided is not a fantasy. It is realistic fiction. I don't even know how to call this, because it's like the events that are happening in here, like at the time that the story is set, at the place it's set, it is very much real. Like all this happened, so you could call this historical fiction, I guess. But then I don't think that the main character actually, that like she was actually alive. I think that is all based off of real events. That's what I'm trying to say. So amazingly gripping. It just grips you so hard, and it's really, really sad too. And it just makes your heart filled with the emotions that she's feeling. You can feel the sorrow that the character is feeling, and it's just beautiful, honestly, how the author does it. Thank you so much for watching. I don't know what else I can say about these books to make you read them, because honestly, they're all you would ever want in a book. Like I promise you will find something you like here. Promise you, and I'm really hoping you do, because everybody needs to experience what these books have to give. That's what I'm trying to say. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Be sure to subscribe, Go read these books, and I will see you next week for another video. Bye.